What would you do if financial struggles stood between you and your dreams? Would you risk everything for a chance at riches? This is the true story of a young man who, out of desperation, walked a dangerous path, one that led him deep into the world of money rituals. What did he see? What horrifying experiences did he endure? At this point, OdyVlogs and crew embark on a journey to dig deep into this mysterious and chilling story, asking the tough questions that need answers. How far can desperation push a man? What truly happens behind the scenes of money rituals? And what are the unseen consequences of seeking wealth through the dark arts? Join us as we uncover the hidden truths, challenge the myths, and bring you face to face with the reality of these rituals. This is Mr. Zion, and this is a story you must hear.
My name is Kwabena Fosu, a 27-year-old from Cape Coast in the central region of Ghana. I was raised in a farming family as both my parents are farmers. I completed primary, junior high, and senior high school. But after completing senior high, financial difficulties made it impossible for me to continue my education. Due to our financial struggles, I turned to football as a potential career. My aunt informed me that her son owned a football team in Accra, so I moved there to join the team. One day, a teammate mentioned that there would be a football trial, Justify. Fortunately, I was among the 3 players selected after the trial. A man who identified himself as a football agent promised to help us travel abroad. Excited about the opportunity, I informed my aunt, who agreed to meet him. However, after the discussion, my aunt insisted that I register permanently under her son's team so that they could transfer me through the club. When I explained that I had no money for the registration, they advised me to at least sign up for health insurance. I wanted to go directly with the agent, but my aunt and her son opposed it, threatening to evict me from the house if I refused to comply. I informed the agent about my situation, and he supported me by taking me shopping and providing me with a phone and other essentials. When I told my aunt about his generosity, she gave me an ultimatum: leave the house if I wouldn't allow her son to register me.
Why was he forced to sleep under a bridge for months? And how did an unexpected encounter with a stranger change his life forever?
That night, at midnight, I left the house with nowhere to go. For the next 3 months, I slept under the overhead bridge at Bantan. One day, while sleeping at my usual spot, a woman approached me and asked why I was homeless. I shared my story with her, and she offered me a room to stay in. Through this, I made a new friend who introduced me to the motorcycle Okada business. After some time, I sold my motorbike to a friend, but he refused to pay me back in full. Later, when I acquired another motorbike, it was stolen by robbers. During my time in the motorbike business, I met a wealthy customer who liked me and often told me to ask for help if I needed anything. One Sunday, he invited me to his house and revealed how he made his money through a ritual group. He was reluctant to disclose the full details, but I initially refused to join. However, as life became more difficult, I reconsidered and contacted him. 2 of my friends were also interested, so we decided to go together. The man informed us that he would take us to the ritual site when he was ready.
I don't know if you know, be ready to be called back.
Before going, I traveled back to Cape Coast to find a 600 for the ritual registration. The process began when we were instructed to pick objects from a room, circle them 3 times over our heads, place them in a coffin, and close it. My friends picked human phalanges and toe digits, while I picked a plain piece of paper. After several failed attempts to generate money, they performed ritual bars for us and instructed me to write my phone number. They then gave me a ring, telling me to mention my name 3 times and place it in a pot. I was asked to state how much money I wanted. Initially I said it was 3 billion, but they insisted I ask for more, so I said it was 10 billion. Miraculously, the pot became full of money.
Na me mboska fofo. Na me san so eye de mo cha me do paper no tum na me bomb de gusu 3 times na me kata so. Me ana me kata so me de paper no tum ni. Bibia ska bia ni inside. Na me de tomorrow ni kata so. Se me bomb de gusu 3 times me bia so no. Me fresh ka no 10 billion. Me bia no na ska na ba. Na mo se sa dia 10 billion on be chemi too.
I divided the money, explaining that half belonged to me and the other half to the spirits. Desperate to take care of my mother and siblings, I agreed to sell my soul. They gave me a special ring and a bag, instructing me that the money would arrive the following Friday. Meanwhile, I had been chatting with a foreigner online who told me to create a bank account so he could send me money. I borrowed 2,500 Ghana cedis to open the account, but at the bank, he asked for a receipt of the transaction. When I inquired about it, the foreigner claimed he didn't realize I would need one. The man I borrowed money from became aggressive, threatening to curse me, stating that the curse would not only kill me, but also anyone who touched my corpse. Within the same week, my mother took me to a pastor who confirmed that someone had indeed cursed me. He advised me to pay back the debt and undergo spiritual cleansing. After the prayers, my frequent fainting spells, dizziness, and lack of blood flow went God ceased completely. On the day the ritual money was supposed to arrive, the Grand Master called me to check inside the bag that was given to, confirming the money has arrived.
Why did his ritual fail while his friends seemed to succeed? What did the strange objects they picked symbolize? And what shocking truths did he uncover about the consequences of these dark practices? How did his family react when he tried to seek help?
Na papa ne frɛ me. Sɛ obi a ma beton me kra sɛ e pesika da bo me ma me na me nuanom no. Na ma san ko bebi na on afrɛ me kra ma me.
However, he warned me not to use the money, as the pastor's prayers had disrupted the ritual and caused my soul to escape their control. He demanded I return the money. Since I had nothing, he sent me money to refund it. Upon returning, the Grand Master examined my case and concluded that my difficulties during the ritual indicated that I was not destined to make money this way. He advised me to seek God instead. The following Sunday, I went to church and confessed everything to the pastor. The pastor told me that if I had brought the money to him first, he could have prayed over it to cleanse it. From that day forward, I committed myself to church and spiritual transformation. I want to use this opportunity to advise anyone considering money rituals to reconsider. Hard work is the best way to succeed. I was once skeptical, but after my experience, I can confirm that spiritual forces exist. One crucial detail I initially omitted was a significant event during the ritual in the spiritual chamber. When the Grand Master conjured money into a pot, he handed me a sheet of paper and instructed me to place my passport-size photograph on it. He then presented me with 3 options: to serve their gods, to lose a loved one every year, or to accept death within 6 months. Desperate to secure financial stability for my mother and siblings, and to facilitate our journey abroad for a better life, I chose death From that moment, I began distributing the few possessions I had accumulated, believing my time was limited. Additionally, I failed to mention that my friends who fully committed to the ritual became. However, when I renounced the practice and returned the money, I sought their assistance in repaying my debts, but they refused. Instead, they warned me that if I ever exposed their secrets, they would eliminate both me and my family. Another revelation from the Grandmaster was that the item each participant selected during the ritual symbolized the part of their body that would be claimed upon their death. For example, those who picked a finger bone would have their fingers severed posthumously. As time passed, I experienced severe weight loss and persistent dizziness, clear indications that I was gradually dying. It was only through the intervention of a pastor who performed deliverance that my soul was restored.
You see, no say man, so for now money scarce. Of an starting business, so you make a cranty or the big woman. Maybe I mean the Duke okay.
I have witnessed unimaginable events, realities that may sound like folklore, but remain my deepest nightmare. Although life has been challenging since my recovery, I have placed my faith in the God I have now embraced. As the firstborn of my family, I have undertaken various jobs to survive and support my loved ones. My journey has been arduous, but I remain hopeful for a future built on integrity and faith. I deeply regret my involvement in money rituals and urge others to avoid such schemes. Hard work and faith are the only sustainable paths to success. Initially, I doubted the supernatural, but my experience proved otherwise. I sacrificed everything to help my family, but the cost was too high. Would you go to such extremes for yours? Many young men face similar struggles, but shortcuts often lead to ruin. May we all find success through integrity and perseverance.
His mother now has a small business thanks to financial support from the pastor. He is currently unemployed, but he wants to start an online clothing business. When he contacted the ritual group to ask for money to start a business, they told me I was no longer on their level. He later heard that one of his friends lost his ritual ring and was forced to trade a human body part to replace it. Unfortunately, he hired criminals to attack a woman, leading to his arrest. He also discovered that a popular musician's photo was among the group's members displayed on a ritual board. His advice was to anyone watching this: looking back, I regret my choices. My biggest mistake was trying to find an easy way out of poverty. Never trade your soul for money. It is not worth it. Hard work and patience are the only sure paths to success. If you are struggling, seek help from genuine sources rather than turning to dark practices. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. This is Mr. Zion.